is. It's the morning after with Nick and Big J. Welcome to Tuesday. It is the 18th day of August, 2026. My name is Nick. There's Big J right over there. Big J.
Yeah, man.
Man, we are officially less than a week away from your birthday, dude. How does it feel?
Feels great.
Scary?
No.
You have, I guess, kind of like gotten over your fear of 50?
Oh, no.
Oh, well, then it's still
I'm
scary
not
to you.
afraid. I'm not afraid of being 50. I don't want to be 50.
Yeah,
That's
that
not
sounds
the
like
same
fear to me.
thing. No, it's not. There's nothing to be afraid of. It's just, God, I'm old.
Yeah.
That's not fear.
Yeah. I mean, it's a little bit of fear.
No,
I mean,
I'm not afraid.
Well, then what is
I'm
it about
pissed
old?
off that the world has passed me by because I'm going to be 50.
Oh, you think the world has passed you
Oh,
by?
hell yeah. When you start to not recognize just like people that are talking about celebrities and like, who is that?
Oh.
And it's some superstar. It's because I'm 50 and not 25 anymore.
Can you give me an example of somebody you didn't know who it was? Or did they go one year out the other?
I've already forgotten their name, man.
Yeah, maybe you are getting old.
Yeah.
Of course.
I'm not afraid of it. It's just a fact of life I don't want to agree with.
Have you kicked your party down the trail a little bit?
I don't want
Or
to be
your
in charge of my
get-together?
own party. That's first and foremost. So this is on the wife.
Got it. And
So
so,
like, if she had wanted a 50th birthday party, she would have had a grand display like you would not have believed.
sure.
But she didn't want one.
But
And I'm like, yes, I want a birthday. And
do.
we started to plan one, and then it got poo-pooed because we just spent $18 billion on our cats. So it was like, we're just going to have a family get-together, but I don't know the status of that.
All right.
And then she's like, maybe we plan to get together with all your friends somewhere. And I'm like, okay, I don't know where that's at either.
got it. So the we
now
plan
I'm-
it, you
now
want
I'm-
it to be her to plan it, though.
Well, now it's like at the late stage, I have to plan it. And I'm like, God, okay,
Another thing you don't want to do.
right.
Well,
Shouldn't
happy
have to
birthday.
plan my own damn birthday
Well,
party.
maybe if you want it to be a big, if you have some expectations.
Especially when I'm like, don't care about the digits all the way through the year. It's the tentpole ones that I care about.
Uh-huh.
40, 45, 50, 55. I'm just saying some balls are being dropped.
I was going to say, I remember 35. Did you do anything for 40, 45? I don't think so,
No,
right?
not. I think there was a little get together, but nothing big.
Right. And so as we set our sights on this less than a week away, it doesn't look like it's going to happen, at least on birthday proper or around it, is what you're
Yeah,
saying.
well, it's also like in the middle of the week.
Sure.
Yeah,
sure,
it's
sure.
a sucky day. Let's put it that way for having a birthday party. But I don't care it being on the actual day.
No.
That doesn't
You just
matter
want to
me.
be celebrated.
I want to celebrate with everybody else.
Sure. Well, here's hoping it all comes together. I know what's going to come together today is Big J's going to watch a movie tonight. That movie is going to be up to you which one he ends up watching.
Yeah, we'll see.
We're going to play a round of Streaming Dumbass today. We're also going to have an opportunity for you to go to some shows coming up over the course of the program, including the Western Idaho Fair. We have ourselves We're Going to Hell. We have your headlines. Should be a good Tuesday show. And Tool's going to kick it off. It's the morning after on the X.
Nick and Big J.
Big J, what if I told you advertising worked?
Yeah, I know it works. You don't have to tell me. I'll tell you.
And I certainly don't have to tell the Idaho State Department of Agriculture either, because maybe if you've been paying attention over the last couple of years, you know they've been putting the full court press on trying to take down quagga mussels, Big J. Rinse off your boats when you take it out of the water, you understand? So that these things don't spread and cause some real problems. And the agency said it's currently detecting 77% fewer cases of quagga mussels than in 2025, Big J. This is specifically in and around the Snake River, which is where it's been the most prominent, which is a very, very good news. Now, that means that the invasive species are in decline, but you gotta pay a little bit close of attention and still doing what you're doing. It's no surprise that the Department of Agriculture increased its efforts, added more targeted approaches to earlier detections, making sure awareness was a big part of the whole program, and it remains committed to full quagga mussel eradication, Big J. And so it's going to begin a multi-phase treatment in the infested area beginning in the last week of August, and make sure they take care of the rest of it. But they've been very happy with the results that they've seen so far. But there's still work to do, basically, is what they say, because an invasive species, Big J, doesn't need a big foothold in order to get involved in something, you know?
Apparently not.
And so it's nice to see them go down from 1 year over the last, but it certainly is something that we still need to keep an eye on. So if you're somebody that does have a boat that does do these things, make sure you're continuing to do what you're supposed to do and paying attention to things so that these things don't spread. But apparently we're doing a pretty good job, Big J. Agree or disagree?
I guess.
So good job to all of you, and good job to the Idaho State Department of Agriculture, Big J, for advertising, because as you said, it works.
Damn right it does.
Big J, we cannot make Buffalo Bills fans happy. The new stadium is out. They were happy, but the reviews are not great because of some limited view seats. During the first open practice they had earlier this month, they were not happy about it. And now, Big J, the field itself at Highmark Stadium is getting really bad reviews from the Buffalo Bills players. They had their exhibition game against the Carolina Panthers, and the field was coming up in chunks. Of course, it was letting people like slip and slide all over the place, and so that's not great. A bunch of players from the Buffalo Bills have complained, including Josh Allen, saying he shouldn't have to pick up bunches of turf and stomp it back into place like it's a divot on the golf course. Something isn't right with the way the field is sitting, and it's going to get people hurt. And so, so far, not a great debut for the Buffalo Bills Stadium, Big J.
Why is it so hard to grow grass? Or at least to have stable grass on these stadiums?
I think it's a combination of things. One, it's brand new. Two, they want it to look good. Three, Buffalo is not exactly a great condition for grass with the grass for the weather. The changes that happened in that area, so it's tougher than to look.
You don't have those complaints from the other stadium. So
well, yes, but it's also brand new grass. I think is they wanted it to look as good as possible, but it takes a while for grass to take root. You understand?
I understand. I would assume that they would understand that before they have a game on it or practice on it.
But listen, I mean, you and I can have, if we had a nickel for every time you saw the field come up in clumps in NFL games, we'd be rich. It happens a lot, but, players are a little bit more, I guess, cognizant of it these days. I mean, it comes up in Philly in clumps all the time.
Hey, dumbasses, maybe stop complaining about the grass and how it comes up in clumps. And instead, you guys want to get rid of turf, which doesn't come up in clumps. It only leaves your ligaments torn and destroyed.
Well, both will. If you have a slippery grass and you're sliding all over the place, you're going to end up with your knee going the wrong way one time or another. So I'm sure there's a happy medium somewhere in between there, but we will see if Buffalo decides to fix it or not. Big J, Salma Hayek is a grandmother, dude.
Man.
The actress is only 5 years older than you, and she announced that the news on Instagram revealing that her grandson shares the same name, Francois, as her husband and her stepson. She'll call him Panchito, she says.
Nah.
And, of course, her stepson, Francis, is 28. He welcomed the baby with his wife, Laura. So congratulations to the happy couple, and congratulations to Grandma Salma, Big J. She's got herself her first little grandbaby, and isn't that nice?
Yeah, very.
We wish them a lot of happiness and health, of course. From the bottom of our heart, because we're both big Salma Hayek fans, right?
Yeah.
Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your first round of important stuff. It's the X-Rocks.
With Nick and Big J.
We're not even touching Netflix these days because Big J canceled it. So do I have to change the intro, Big J?
Nah, it'll be back. Okay. I mean, whatever.
But we are going to need your assistance in getting a movie for Big J to watch tonight. Here's the deal. He wants to watch a film, but the power to select the film has been stripped from him. It has been given to you in an act of unity as well as sacrifice on Big J's part. And it all comes together in a little game called Streaming Dumbass. You will be given 3 options for a movie for Big J to watch. The rub is you're not going to get the title or the stars of that movie, at least not yet. You're merely going to get the plot description that in this case is very lax and doesn't give us a whole lot of details into the movies for this particular week.
For the best, really.
It is the actual description that was given to us from the streaming platform on which you can find the movie. So based on that description, you must vote for which movie you want Big J to watch. You do so by texting in movie number 1, movie number 2, or movie number 3 to 208-287-1003. The motives for that vote is up to you. You can decide, hey, that sounded kind of cool. I'd like to see Big J watch that. Or that sounded kind of bad. I'd like to torture Big J with that particular choice. We just ask that you take part so that this doesn't end in a tie. Because I have to break ties, and it's not fair because I know the movie.
He does not want to make a decision.
I don't like it because it's not. It can come off like it's biased, and I don't like that.
Biased, and you're trying to make me have a miserable 2-hour experience.
I want you to enjoy these movies. In fact, the one common thread through all of this is I believe you're a fan of one, if not all, people involved in these movies.
That's a good start.
And so there's at least that. So here we go. Movie number 1. Pair of friends believe if they finally get a good job, all of their problems will be solved. Now, they aren't entirely wrong, but they aren't entirely right either.
Oh.
Movie number 2. A wedding disaster has left a groom stranded and heartbroken in one of the world's happiest cities. However, with help from a determined local and a couple of couples, his ruined honeymoon becomes an adventure that he never expected. And movie number 3. Desperate to earn his father's respect, a washed-up middle-aged man is compelled to break a sacred vow and do the unthinkable. Those are your 3 choices. Movie number 1, get a job. Movie number 2, a new me. Or movie number 3, love me, daddy. All you have to do is type in a number, 1, 2, or 3, and text it to 208-287-1003. We will spend the next several minutes tabulating the votes. We will come back and give you the title of all 3 movies, including the one that you chose for Big J. That's going to happen next on the X Rocks.
Here's traffic.
That's Metallica, The Unforgiven, here on the Morning After with Nick and Big J. It's the exciting conclusion of Streaming Dumbass. Big J, have the votes been tabulated?
They sure have, Nick.
Do we have a clear and decisive winner?
By a long way.
Love it. So let's break it down. The one common theme tying all of these 3 movies together, Big J, they are comedies that supposedly star funny people that I do think at this point now you're a fan of at least somebody in all 3 of these movies.
Well, I'll let you know.
Okay, let's go in order of least selected. What movie got the least amount of votes?
Movie number 1.
Movie number 1 is a little film called Bus Boys, Big J. It stars David Spade and Theo Vaughn. Do you consider yourself a fan of either of those 2 gentlemen?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. That movie is on Hulu if you want to check it out.
Awful.
It does at that, but it is the number 2 movie currently on Hulu.
And it's the Theo Vaughn part. I'm like, I don't have any problems against him, but I'm just like, what can he bring to the table in a movie?
It's a good question, a question that will go unanswered on this show.
Yeah.
What movie came in second place?
Movie number 3.
Movie number 3 is called The Dink, Big J.
The Dink?
It stars Jake Johnson, one of your favorites.
I love Jake Johnson.
And Mary Steenburgen. Of course, this is the pickleball movie that is on Apple TV.
Oh, man, that would have been great. Former guest in the morning after, too.
Yeah, but unfortunately, you'll have to watch that on your own time, Big J. It sounds like you're watching movie number 2.
Yeah, by a long shot, man. Everybody voted for this.
Movie number 2 is a man that you have admitted to becoming a fan of recently. The movie is called Solo Mio, Big J. It stars one Kevin James and former guest the morning after, Kim Coates. And so you will be watching the movie called Solo Mio. It is available on Hulu. And you will break down and you will see if this Kevin James movie is one that you enjoy or one that you don't enjoy. And if you want to play the home game, that's where you can find the Solo Mio movie starring Kevin James, Big J. What's the matter?
Nothing. I'm just like, I'm trying to already picture on my mind that combination of Kim Coates and Kevin James. Kim Coates not known for his comedic, timing. I mean, he's a great actor, but he's usually always a bad guy or a jackass.
Now, don't hold out hope that he's not that in this.
No,
yet.
That's what I'm saying. Okay. Is I'm like, there's clearly already a picture of what's going on in here.
But Kevin James appears to go over to Rome to get married and then is left at the altar, and then a bunch of people kind of help him try to regain his confidence and feel a little bit better about himself. But you see, Big J, he's in Rome, Solo Mio, by himself. And so we will see if Big J
high
likes
potential to be terrible.
Or it could be great. Who knows?
I'll tell you what, it's going to be, at least there'll be a laugh or two in there somewhere.
You hope.
Compared to most movies I watch on Streaming Dumbass.
And so if you would like to play the home game, Solo Mio is the movie. It's on Hulu. Big J will give us a review of this movie around this time tomorrow, and plenty more Opera Man to come. Of that, I am sure. Important stuff is next on the X Rocks.
The Morning After with Nick and Big J.
I realize this is a subjective question, Big J. What is important to you may not be important to everybody, but in your mind, What makes somebody a good neighbor to Big J?
Somebody who's considerate and thoughtful.
Nice. Love that. Any other factors?
No, that seems good.
That came in at number 2 for the study of most Americans. Quiet, considerate was the number 2 thing that they liked in their neighbors. Number 1, respecting boundaries and privacy. They don't come wandering over to your yard. They don't come knocking on your door, these kinds of things. Number 3 was them being friendly and welcoming, and the other one was looking out for one another, Big J.
Oh, that's nice, yeah.
They went around and they studied the 100 largest U.S. metro areas to reveal where Americans are most likely to find their ideal neighbors. And they broke it down into factors like safety, cleanliness, affordability, walkability, access to necessities. And it was an interesting kind of breakdown. The number 1 city in America for friendly neighbors, Big J, Madison, Wisconsin.
Madison.
Led with a score of 87 out of a possible 100 votes. Followed by Allentown and Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, Minneapolis, Minnesota, Boston, Massachusetts, Des Moines, Iowa, Worcester, Massachusetts, and then coming in at number 8, Big J, Boise, Idaho.
Oh, wow.
Look at
Top
that.
10, baby.
Top 10 neighbors in the United States of America. How does it feel?
That feels good. That's a good one.
Now, it is, of course, full of nice people, this city. It's one of the things that I heard before I moved here back in 07 was you'd be surprised how nice people have been. And for the most part, I have agreed with that statement.
Sure.
I have lived around people that I find friendly and accommodating and nice. I've got no issues. I've never had a neighbor from hell. You've had some experiences that haven't worked out.
I've had neighbors from hell.
Entirely in your favor, but I believe you're in a pretty good place right now. Agree or disagree?
Great place.
So it's nice to have people around you that are warm and welcoming, and hopefully you find that in your area as well. And if you don't, then you're probably the neighbor from hell and all your neighbors talk about. You need to know that as well. Big J, for nearly a year, the Los Angeles Clippers have been under fire and investigated for allegedly setting up endorsement deals for Kawhi Leonard that didn't involve any kind of endorsing at all. The idea was to funnel extra money to Leonard so that it didn't show up on the salary cap. Well, after 11 months of investigating this mess, the NBA says it has found no evidence showing LA Clippers owner Steve Ballmer did any of this funny business. It looks like everybody, at least in terms of the team, is off the hook. As far as the NBA is concerned, the NBA took things a step further by blasting ESPN in their investigation for inaccuracies in their reporting on the matter. ESPN is standing by their story. Big J, who do you believe? The reporters or the NBA that says no wrongdoing was found?
I'm going to go with the reporters here on this one.
Okay. You think there was some foul play happening in
I feel
LA?
like the NBA was like, they need to make this go away because, like we had talked about a couple weeks ago, there's probably more than just one team doing this. And it's a rampant problem across everything they got going on.
Yeah, I would tend to agree. Now, I will fully admit that I don't know all of the facts in the matter. I have not sat down and read the ESPN story and can tell you what the NBA is calling inaccuracies. But I do believe from the bottom of my heart that in sports, as long as there have been sports, there are people paid under the table for the sports that they play well. Dating back into college before NIL was a thing, I believe people were getting paid or given favors in order for their physical prowess. I believe that's still in the NBA, especially with the indication of the actual salary cap. And I believe that in the NFL. I believe it's happening all over the place. And they just got sloppy and got caught. And now the NBA, yes, is trying to cover this up because I do believe, it's one of the many factors that I think brought some of the biggest names in the sports to the cities that they're in. The other deals that are under the table, the deals that seem like above board, and then you don't hear anything about them ever again because it's all part of what gets you into this particular city or on this particular team. And so, yeah, you're right. They probably don't want to open up that Pandora's box, but I'd be shocked if there was zero wrongdoing being done in that particular case. And I don't think anybody's doing anything different. I'm just saying, I think it's happening.
Yeah.
Big J, if you went on the internet, there is a decent chance you saw the 4 actors portraying the Beatles crossing Abbey Road. They recreated the iconic album cover for the upcoming 4 separate biopics that will merge together in an Avengers Endgame-like kind of thing.
I mean, and you're there for every one of these movies.
See,
You love it. You're a huge Beatles fan.
I do love the Beatles. And I did see this particular thing, and I saw like the above kind of thing, and I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool the way they're doing it. And then I saw the close-ups, and I'm like, every single one of them look like trash.
The guys?
The guys, yes. Harris Dickinson is John Lennon. Paul Mescal is Paul McCartney. Joseph Quinn is George Harrison. I will give it up to Barry Keoghan because he does look a lot like Ringo, but he looked like Ringo before he was cast as Ringo. And so the rest of them, like, it's really bad wig work. And, like, I was looking at the close-ups, and I'm like, God, I know they can fix a lot of that in post. And I'm sure they will. But, like, Harris Dickinson's, like, John Lennon beard looks comically fake. Like, it looks like a Santa Claus beard.
Not good.
And it's like, God, this looks terrible. Sam Mendes does, for the most part, make good movies. So I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt. But this is a very brave undertaking anyway, where you've got 4 different movies about each one of the Beatles kind of all coming together in one Beatles movie.
It's a lot, man.
And they're all coming out within like a month of each other. It's also really, really weird.
That seems like it's pushing it.
It seems like a bad idea. I'm going on the record. And I don't know if these are going to be any good. And again, with the influx of material that is now on Disney Plus from the documentary that Guillermo del Toro put together, or Peter Jackson, excuse me, it's like all this stuff is there and real and accessible. And I'm not sure it's going to be pulled off in dramatic form, but who knows? I could be wrong. I have been wrong before, Big J.
That's for sure.
And I can admit it. Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your important stuff. How about we go to hell? You in for that, Big J?
Yeah.
We're headed to the water.
Uh-oh.
That's happening next on the X.
Rocks.
Big J, we live in a society. Agree or disagree?
Yeah?
It's 2026. And so perhaps the most important thing of all, more important than love, Big J, more important than relationships, more important than a brand new Dixon flat, is that online clout. God, we need those clicks. Please like, subscribe, do something. Notice me, like my story, right?
Notice me.
These are things that we need to survive, which is why over the last couple of years, there's been an influx of kind of like, I guess, titled influencers, you know?
Right.
People that are looking for a following, a fan base, something that makes them stand out and makes people want to follow them on the interwebs and hopefully get paid doing those things. And there's lots of different things happening, and it's not just here in the United States, it is all over the world. But specifically in Sao Paulo, Brazil, we have a problem, Big J. I don't know if you've ever been to Brazil.
No.
But it's got a lot of coastline, right?
Yeah.
Great place for a lot of people to go on vacation. It's a wonderful place for you to kind of take a dip, enjoy yourself in the ocean, have a little bit of fun. And a lot of influencers, Big J, around this time of year head to Sao Paulo on vacation to get some great kind of like pics. Listen, Brazil looks great on the gram. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And so they want to kind of like get their followers all jazzed up. And so one of the things that they like to do, Big J, go for a swim in the ocean, swim with some sharks, you know.
Yeah.
Test their mettle a little bit. And at this point now, the officials in Brazil are officially warning influencers specifically to do not swim with sharks because in the last month, there have been 3 shark attacks on influencers in the particular area.
Well, wait a second. Now, should we be telling them not to do this? It seems like a great solution for us.
Yeah, you and I differ a little bit on being an influencer should be a death sentence, but I understand what you say. I mean, to me, I believe.
I'm just saying, listen, it's natural selection again, okay? Natural selection. Can't get rid of all of them, but some of them that aren't the brightest.
Now, you're right. I mean, we are, of course, a victim of the decisions we decide to make, and this appears to be conscious ones of you going and swimming with sharks at this point in your life. Regardless of how old you are, you should know how dangerous sharks can and will be if threatened. And you have made this decision to jump in with them, and it doesn't work out for you. But the reason this isn't like worldwide news is none of these influencers were killed, Big J, but a bunch of them have been hurt.
Yeah.
Like really bad to the point where one almost lost a leg, the other almost lost an arm.
Yeah, that's terrible.
And so, they're trying to get the warning out that if you are an influencer, you're more than welcome to come to the wonderful country of Brazil. But you got to stop trying to get those pictures of you swimming with sharks for your Instagram because it's really getting people hurt. You understand? And, of course, the thing can be scary. And then once the sharks get bloodlust, we've seen how it all works out. Then they start coming after you and your family like Jaws 3: The Revenge. And so you have to be careful. And so now in the last month, after 3 attacks on influencers, the officials in Sao Paulo are like, listen, this is not a good idea. Usually they're doing this to protect themselves or their territory or whatever, because they don't want to eat you any more than you want to get eaten. You know what I mean? People aren't usually shark food. They do it out of other particular reasons. Either they think you're something that you're not, or you're in an area where you shouldn't be.
Yeah, either you're a threat or you're food.
And then things go the other way. And, of course, then blood enters the water, and then it turns into one of those feeding frenzies you read so much about on Shark Week. And so it is something to be, kind of cognizant of. Influence all you want, Big J, but just be careful about putting yourselves in dangerous situations as it's happening in lockdown in Brazil. Nobody should get eaten to death because they want to take a picture. But
I agree with that.
It's the same kind of story we had a couple years ago of there were now 4 influencers that fell off this cliff trying to take selfies. Mm-hmm. Remember that?
Yeah.
It's like, for some reason, obviously danger and views are part of it, but you got to be careful. Swimming with sharks is not something that is recommended for anybody.
Unless you're in a cage.
Even then, watch the
by
hell
professionals.
Hell out. But now you know, Big J. So next vacation, call off the Swimming with Sharks expedition, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
No thanks.
Thank you. Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your We're Going to Hell story. It's the X-Rocks. That is The Offspring. That is Self-Esteem here on the Morning After with Nick and Big J. Big J, what if I told you you had a thief in your house?
Oh?
In your case, you have 2 thieves around you most of the time.
We're going to
scare you?
Talking kids here?
No, not talking kids. I would never call your children thieves.
Okay, well, I have no idea. What were you talking?
The cellular phones that you have in your possession, Big J, in your case, you have 2 of them. You're double fisting them at almost all times. They're sucking away your free time. It's absolutely just disparaging the amount of time that you have. After they did a study, Big J, for over 3 years, and they sat down with about 100,000 Americans, and they found out that one thing that most Americans do after a long day at work, automatically we reach for our phones and we start scrolling. And whether we're doom scrolling or dopamine scrolling, whatever you're doing, before you know it, a quick few minutes of downtime turn into hours of mindless screen time. You're scrolling, you're flipping through the app of your choice. It effectively starts stealing your precious free time. The average person spends after work every day about an hour and a half just scrolling on their phone without doing anything. Either they're looking at videos, you're looking at reels, you're looking at TikToks, whatever you're doing, it's just sucking your time away. You've told me before, especially when TikTok started, you'd sit down and before you know it, an hour and a half or 2 hours of your day is gone. You've just spent time on this app and it's just you're locked in. You don't even realize how time is passing, right?
Locked in. Well, I think that's the case for most people.
That's exactly what they're trying to say. And so if you find yourself getting home from work and then you got your phone in your hand and you look up and you go, how the hell is it 8 o'clock already? I haven't eaten anything. What's going on? It's because sometimes these things just absolutely have you on missile lock and there's nothing you can do to stop it unless you want to stop it. The best solution for you to do when you get home, put a little distance between yourself and your phone. Throw it on a charger that's across the room or in a different room from you and then turn off your notifications for a while. That little bit of effort can help you reduce that urge to consistently check your phone on a regular basis. Experts also recommend replacing scrolling with other hands-on activities. Instead of reaching for your phone, I don't know, Big J, build a Lego set. Pick up some
Lego
crafts.
set?
Do something with your hands. Color, read, knit, do puzzles, whatever. And that will help you stop reaching for your phone all the time. Also, the second you stop reaching for your phone, Big J, strangely enough, the survey also showed people had a extreme reduce in anxiety. It stopped making you feel so nervous or whatever. It helped you improve your focus.
So nervous.
It left you more relaxed than the endless kind of scrolling that you're doing and the way that you're currently spending your downtime. And so I think everybody can agree that if we spent more time on our phones, things could probably be a little bit better, yet none of us do it, Big J. I know it's addiction. I know it's a dopamine thing. I know that it's because it's there. But it is strange how, I guess it's not that strange. There's a million different things we can talk about that we know are terrible for us, but we do them anyway because we choose to make that particular kind of like action. And so the phone is just another thing. Now, it may not be as bad for you as other things, but that depends on how seriously you take your mental health. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it could lead to some things. So maybe if you find yourself like losing hours of time and you're like, I felt like I just opened up TikTok. How is it 2 hours later already? Maybe you start doing these proactive things to get some of your free time back. And then what you do with it is up to you. But hopefully it's something a little bit more productive, a little bit more mentally healthy, a little bit more better for your overall well-being than just flipping around with your thumb. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you have to have a concerted effort towards it.
Right.
Like you have to be cognizant of what's going on.
It's like the breaking of any addiction. The first step is admitting you have a problem. And you look down at your phone and go, I am on you too much. You take up too much of my time. How do I remedy that? And then you have to get over the shakes and the withdrawals and the sweating in your bed.
I don't think there's a chemical.
And then you just maybe, it depends on who you talk to. And then you have yourself an opportunity to maybe pick up a hobby or something. I don't know. Do something else with your time. But it is sucking away a lot of it. And you're not the only one. It just takes an effort to make a change if you want. Morning After with Nick and Big J coming up in a few short minutes. Your important stuff, your pop culture smackdown. All of that is next on the X Rocks. Putting you on the spot, Big J. Gun to your head. What's your favorite snack?
Favorite snack?
Yeah.
Oh, man, that is a tough one. I'm gonna go through the time as old as ages. I'll go ranch flavored Doritos.
So Cool Ranch Doritos.
Cool Ranch Doritos.
Your number one snack.
Yeah, that's the one I'd be like, man, if I didn't have that in the world, that would suck. I don't eat it often, but I'm just like, that would be my go-to.
Okay. According to a brand new survey of Americans, about 60% of us believe that no matter what our favorite snack is, there's too many damn ingredients in it. Like, could you name any of the unknown ingredients in a Dorito, Cool Ranch Dorito?
What do you mean?
Like, I mean, there's a lot of stuff in it, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna probably say onion powder, garlic powder, salt, pepper.
Right, but probably stuff you can't pronounce either.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
And I think that's probably what they're talking about. The study found that 2/3 of respondents say that, listen, if you want to have like a nice snack, it'd be nice if it had fewer ingredients, but we realize that's not the case. 72% of Gen Z, 71% of millennials led that sentiment, but of course, taste ranked as the top priority. Doesn't matter what's in it as long as it tastes good, Big J, right?
Yeah, kill me if it's good. I love it.
Then it's like, you better fill me up. If I'm going to have a snack, I better feel like I had something to eat after it. Better not make me more hungry, right? And then healthiness comes in a distant third when we are looking for snacks. Nearly half respondents said that protein content is very important nowadays. Protein continues to have a moment, Big J. Meat-based snacks rank among the most preferred options currently in the current snack, snapshot. The survey found that 58% of Americans are actively trying to increase their daily protein intake. So Big Protein has won the messaging more, Big J. They have definitely shoved it down our
until we move to the new thing that's coming.
It is funny that they're like, everybody says protein's good. I should probably have more of that in my diet, right?
Yeah, there's even a new place called the Protein Spot.
I know. It's not like protein's a new thing. It's been around since food was invented.
No, we talked about it, and it's like, even the stuff they're talking about, it's like got the same amount of protein it's always had. We're just now like, oh, look at it.
We're marketing. Look at it. You want a good source of protein? Put this meat in your mouth.
Don't look at the carbohydrates. Look at the protein.
But it's working. That messaging has gotten through. And so congratulations, protein people. You did it. Over the weekend, St. Louis Cardinals rookie outfielder Joshua Baez had a pretty big Major League debut. Did you see the story?
No.
First player in Major League Baseball history to hit 3 home runs in his first 3 big league at-bats.
Damn.
There was some behind-the-scenes action that took place before Baez even took the field that adds to the legend. He showed up at Wrigley Field wearing dirty cleats. And his teammate, Brian Torres, helped Baez in the clubhouse by switching out his dirty cleats for a clean pair of size 12 cleats borrowed from another teammate. Those cleats, Big J, now headed to the Hall of Fame in Cooperstown, where they'll be on display to celebrate the amazing 3-homer debut. Weren't even his cleats, Big J.
It's crazy.
They belong to Blaze Jordan. That's the player who led him his size 12 cleats. Yes. Please. He really likes to be called Blaze.
Yeah. Is that his real name?
I don't know. I don't know.
You never know these days.
I don't know enough about Blaze Jordan to tell you if that's on his birth certificate or not. I can tell you that HBO has confirmed a second season for It, Welcome to Derry. Did you watch the first one, Big J?
I haven't had a chance, no.
It is a prequel to the 2017-2019 It films. It is based on Stephen King's novel. It initially debuted in October of 2025. It was set in 1962 to kind of explore the town of Derry, Maine, and its original kind of like published encounters with Pennywise, but turns out season 2, Big J, is going to go even before that.
Oh.
They're going to shift to 1935, highlighting the Great Depression era and Pennywise's interactions with people in that particular part of Maine.
I mean, like from the movie It, like the picture, just some of the stuff, was referencing that time period. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's exactly what kind of brought this upon and made it a kind of a first hit around.
Yeah,
and
the
we'll see how
remake
it
of It
goes.
is really good.
The first one?
Yeah.
Part 1? Really good.
Yeah.
Part 2? No, not so much. Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your important stuff. We're going to do your Pop Culture Smackdown. It's going to happen next on the X Rocks.
And Big J.
Yeah, we got a pair of tickets for you to the Western Idaho Fair, which I think is kicking off today officially. And then, of course, the big thing for us, X Day at the fair, which is next Tuesday. Skillet going to be performing in the evening. Your fair entrance gets you in to see that show for free. We're going to hook you up with tickets here for free. Let me do the math, man. Come out and hang out with us. Plus, if you stop by the X tent during that time, you might get a chance to meet the band Skillet. They're pretty cool. So all of this can be yours if you can beat me in Pop Culture Smackdown.
Officially a week away from X Day at the fair. So if you want these Western Idaho Fair tickets, you need to get on the horn, 208-287-1003. But then you also have to defeat Big J in the process to claim this prize. And fair warning, I think you're going to go on a little run today, Big J.
Yeah, it's never good when you say that.
That's what I think. I'm going on the record. Hello, the X.
Hey, this is Joe. How's it going?
Good, Joe. You're up first. Joe, who played the role of the unbreakable David Dunn in 3 M. Night Shyamalan movies?
Bruce Willis.
Right.
That is correct. You're officially taking on Big J. Big J, what actor is killed off in the opening scene of the movie Scream?
Drew Barrymore.
That is correct.
Right.
Joe, back to you. The Imperial March is the official name of the theme music of what intergalactic movie villain?
Darth Vader.
Right.
Correct. Big J, what 1998 crime comedy was Guy Ritchie's very first feature-length debut?
Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels.
Right.
Joe, what actress was the first black actress to win a Lead Actress Academy Award for her role in Monsters Ball?
Oh, what is her name?
Happy 60th.
Yeah, just turned 60 Friday.
It's not Naomi Campbell.
No, it's not
an
Naomi
I
Campbell.
don't think it's been really a very good actress either.
Well, that's not very nice.
Well,
You don't know that.
I'm
for
not
a
here to
fact.
be nice. Here to be truthful.
She was never nominated for an Oscar, though. Hello, the X.
Good morning.
Good morning. We need to know what actress became the first black actress to win a Lead Actress Academy Award for her role in the movie Monsters Ball.
Hope I'm right. Charlize Theron.
No.
I mean, she was in that movie.
No, she wasn't. You're thinking of the movie Monster.
Oh, yeah.
Not Monsters
was he.
Ball. Hello, the X. Hello. Okay, listen. That's as many times as you get. Hello, the X.
Hey, what was the question?
The question was, what actress became the first actress to win the Best Actor? Oh, God, take two. What actress became the first black actress to win the Best Actress award for her movie Monsters Ball?
Halle Berry?
Right.
Too many actresses in that question. That is correct. You're officially taking on Big J. Big J, who is the first host of The Tonight Show? A show that still airs to this day.
Johnny Carson?
Well, it predated Johnny Carson, believe it or not.
Oh, really?
His name, well, I guess I'll give you a chance. You win no matter what. Do you happen to know the answer?
Steve Allen?
Yeah.
Right.
Steve Allen is 100%
Jesus,
correct.
what?
Legendary comedian Steve Allen. Congratulations. You've got tickets to go check out the Western Idaho Fair. You can use them on the 25th
I'm
to check out
impressed.
Skillet. I told you go on a run today.
No, I'm talking with the winner.
Yeah.
I mean, that was great.
Well played. Morning After with Nick and Big J. We got ourselves some headlines. They're next on the X.
Here's traffic on the Morning After with Nick and Big J.
Headlines brought to you by the X-Fest pre-parties presented by the Advocates Injury Attorneys. Coming up on Thursday, there's going to be another one. Adam and the X will be broadcasting live this Thursday night from 6 to 8 at the Flying Pie Pizzeria right here on Fairview, right by the station, Big J.
God dang it.
6508 Fairview Avenue in Boise is where Adam is going to be broadcasting live. You can celebrate habanero pizza season. You can have some fun. You can also get a chance to win some X-Fest tickets every 30 minutes thanks to Live Nation. So it's going to be a party for sure on Thursday.
I'm fearful, though, because you know how our buddy Adam is.
Yes.
He gets ideas, and then it gets too big sometimes, and it's like, I don't want him to do harm to himself.
You're saying you think he's going to do a quad hop?
I mean, I see him doing that in some respects. I mean, I don't know if it's just for extra life where he will put his life in jeopardy, but there is a possibility things could get wild and crazy Thursday night.
Yeah. You're going to want to be there is our point. The X-Fest pregame party this Thursday at the Flying Pie on Fairview, brought to you by the Advocates Injury Attorneys, because you deserve an advocate. So you see it Thursday night at Flying Pie on Fairview from 6 to 8. Headlines are as follows, Big J. Paul looking good? Welcome back, or mistakes were made?
Mistakes were made.
A farmer in China has turned into a cautionary tale about trusting AI too much. The 67-year-old farmer turned to an AI chatbot for advice on how to control weeds and pests in his sesame crop. After getting several useful recommendations over time, he followed the chatbot's latest instructions without double-checking them. The AI suggested a combination of agricultural chemicals, including a herbicide that kills broadleaf weeds. Now, here's the problem, Big J. You know this as well as I do. Sesame plants are also broadleaf plants.
I did not know that.
So after he sprayed about 25 acres, the farmer woke up the next day to find his entire crop had been wiped out by this AI advice. When he asked the chatbot what went wrong, it acknowledged that, whoops, one of the chemicals can damage sesame, and also noted it probably should have been applied in just targeted areas, not across the entire field like it had originally suggested. The story highlights, of course, some growing concern about AI. While chatbots can often provide useful information, every once in a while they're capable of making mistakes, and they're not like gospel, and we need to make sure we know that.
But the mistake was on this guy's part, and not being very specific and asking specific questions and telling it to do specific things.
Sure, I get that, but how many people are doing that, I guess?
But here's the problem. That's what you have to do. That's what you have to realize. It's not a magic solution. It takes you behind the wheel, telling it what to do and how to do it, and it will come up with great ideas and amazing information that you cannot get access to sometimes in an organizational way, but you have to be specific.
Yeah, I think it can lull us into a false sense of security sometimes, too, where, like, this guy had some success with other questions he asked, and he must think, oh, it's dialed in, let's go. Boom, and then a horrible thing happened.
I would say as a farmer, though, your livelihood depends on this, you paying attention. Like,
and now this guy's screwed. Way to go. Paul looking good, or welcome back?
Welcome back.
A Auckland woman who died and was resurrected in a supermarket parking lot received an $80 fine a couple of days later, Big J. The 54-year-old woman collapsed at the New World Market on July 26th. An unidentified bystander performed chest compressions after finding no pulse, saved her damn life, Big J, before paramedics arrived. Yeah. Her father, Key, said paramedics confirmed her heart had stopped and she was technically dead. And so because of that, her car remained in the parking lot for 5.5 hours. You know, after you die, you have to go to the hospital, make sure you're okay, right?
Generally.
That did not stop the parking company, Smart Compliance, from initially basically fining the woman because her car was parked in the parking lot too long. The company obviously found that offensive, and New World has decided to take back the ticket because it's like, listen, isn't dying bad enough? Don't you have to, and then you have to you get a $80 fine because of it? That's not cool.
No, it's not.
So the parking company has apologized. They've taken back the ticket, so everything is okay, I suppose. But still, quite the kick in the jeans. Agree or disagree, Vic?
100%, yeah.
The good news is that woman's going to be okay. We'll wrap it up with Paul licking good. A Kentucky woman got an unwelcome surprise after a bear entered her home and started devouring her leftover Kentucky Fried Chicken, Big J. Apparently,
Delicious.
She and her partner left the front door of their Harlan County home open for ventilation on Wednesday night and forgot to close it before they went to bed. And then they were awakened by a phone call from her sister who spotted the bear from a nearby home. The animal had eaten her leftover KFC. It shattered her glass table as well. She said she was a little bit more upset about the KFC than the glass table. She'd been wanting to get rid of that for a while. But the bear then exited of its own accord after the glass scared him. And she has decided that she will now keep the front door shut for good. And she needs to be aware of bears in the neighborhood, apparently. So bears love KFC. Big J, take that, Yogi Bear.
Yeah.
Maybe that's in the picnic basket. Who knows? Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your headlines. You're up to date on everything. It's the X-Rocks. That's the latest from Shinedown. It is Young again here on the Morning After with Nick and Big J. Big J, let's talk about not us, but how some people talk. Please.
Yeah, accents, Nick. A national poll has been undertaken to find out which regional American accent do we like the most, Nick? Do you have an idea of what it would be?
If I had to guess most of America, I'd say probably the southern one.
Southern definitely is 100% the best. 1 in 5 Americans find the southern accent most attractive. Here's what I find puzzling and upsetting at the same respect, with Louisiana ranking as the most attractive state accent.
Well, they like the French Canadian, the French kind of thing.
Yeah, and it's like and what they found in this poll is that a lot of these regional accents to one or other parts of the United States is unintelligible. You can't understand what they're saying. And I line up right there with the Louisiana one in particular. The thicker, the more Louisiana it is. I'm like, what just came out of your mouth?
It's because you hate Gambit, and you don't like the way Gambit
talks. I hate Gambit because of the way he talks.
That's Louisiana.
Yes, and I'm sorry, folks from Louisiana, but you all got some sort of weird hodgepodge of languages going on that makes no sense to me, Nick. According to the poll, the Boston, New England accent and the Midwest accent rounded out the top 3. As for the least attractive, Chicago and Philadelphia rank at the bottom of the list. And one more thing, the survey found that 25% say they feel no pride in their regional accent or slang.
Damn, well, I guess that means 75% do, so there's that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I guess, is there a favorite for you? I don't have like a favorite American accent. You have to go internationally for me to start to be smitten by the way people talk, but maybe that's just because I've been all around and I'm used to it, one of the two.
I would say, the Southern accent for sure, but I do love a good Boston accent, but that's probably because of Mayor Quimby, I think.
Oh, from The Simpsons?
From The Simpsons, yeah.
You love that character.
Making fun of it. I mean, I would be hard-pressed, and you're from this area, Nick, so is it easy to delineate between, like, a Chicago accent and a Boston accent? Like, what are the nuances of the Chicago
The Chicago is more Midwestern. It's got a little bit of the long A's and the airs and that kind of thing at the end of it. But Boston is, I think, completely different than the Midwestern accent in some way, shape, or form. But
yeah, growing up in eastern Montana, I just thought that we didn't have an accent. But no, we actually, part of that is coming from a little bit of the Midwest and the Dakotas and a little bit of Canadian. So you're getting some of that. I have some of that naturally. I didn't know I had until I watched the movie Fargo and tried to replicate that. And I'm like, well, this is really easy.
That reminds me of home for some reason.
Whoa, that's weird.
The hell?
Seems way too natural.
Yeah, I mean, growing up where you grew up, you don't really realize you have an accent until you find yourself someplace else. It's the same thing. I grew up in Wisconsin, didn't realize I had any kind of accent until I moved down to Arizona, and they're like, boy, you talk like an idiot.
So when you went to broadcast school,
Yes.
did they try to drum that out of you?
I had to go to vocal coaching twice a week in order to get rid of the Wisconsin accent in me. Yes, and so I had to practice saying tongue twisters in a regular way, and then sooner or later it basically just broke me, and now it's not there. Although it still does come up when I visit my mom or talk to her, and it's one of those things that happens. But you don't realize that that's the way that the brain is wired. But to me now, like the way that I talk is the way that I talk. I don't think about me not saying things with an accent or anything like that. But and as a matter of fact, I did teach you a little bit of Wisconsin slang when we were at the Shinedown concert. Do you remember?
Oh God, what was the word? There was a word.
I pointed out the water fountain in the
and
the
you asked me
backstage
what I
area.
called it. I said a water fountain, and you said no, that's a bubbler.
It's a bubbler in Wisconsin, Milwaukee. It's a Milwaukee slang. Even we call those bubblers because the water bubbles out of them, and that's how I always knew them as something. But their water fountain makes a whole lot of sense to me as well.
Yep.
Morning After with Nick and Big J. We'd like to reward you for listening. Bad Impressions, they're next on the X Rocks.
Impressions.
So far, I'm not impressed.
On the Morning After with Nick and Big J.
Yeah, Bad Impressions. We got some tickets for you. Big night Tuesday. We've got a couple bands coming to the Knitting Factory. The Sword and Red Fang. Very good bands. It's going to be a great night of music on Tuesday. We'll get you lined up with these tickets to the Knitting Factory if you can figure out the clues to Bad Impressions today.
Phone number's 208-287-1003. Bad Impressions works like this if you've never played. Big J will give you 3 clues. They're all supposed to get you in the direction of
a famous actor.
And if you can name that famous actor in 3 clues or less, congratulations. These tickets become your tickets, and you've got plans next Tuesday on us. Are you ready, Big J?
I'm ready, dude.
To the phones we shall go. Hello, the X.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, man. What's up? What's your name?
Mike.
All right, Mike. Good luck.
Mike, I'll take either the actor or the character the actor plays, okay?
All right.
This belongs in a museum.
Next one.
X never marks the spot.
Next one.
And last but not least, I hate snakes, Jock. I hate them.
I hate snakes.
Yeah.
Now, he's doing this all as the character.
Yeah.
Keep that in mind.
Yeah, these are all from the same character.
Say that again.
Played by an actor. These are all from the same character. Played by an actor. You can name either one of them.
Sam Jackson?
It is not Samuel Jackson.
He does hate snakes, though.
Especially on a plane.
So, I mean, he's not all the way wrong. The other ones don't really apply, though. Hello, the X.
Hello.
Hey, did you hear Big J's clues, or do you need him again?
Roll them by again.
This belongs in a museum. X never marks the spot. And I hate snakes. Jock, I hate them.
Couple different people.
Nope.
I'm going to say, based on X never marks the spot, Nicolas Cage from National Treasure?
No.
No. I don't remember the second one either. I don't remember him saying X never marks the spot, but I believe that he did.
Does. It's, I believe.
Take it easy. Don't say it just yet. You're going to give it away.
I mean, it's so far.
Hello, the X.
Hello.
The answer is?
What is the answer? Are you asking me?
Yeah.
Have you heard the clues?
I am.
Yes, Harrison Ford.
There you go.
That will take it. Technically, Indiana Jones is who Big J was trying to be with
No,
all those
or
clues.
Harrison Ford, either one.
Well, yeah, but I mean, Harrison Ford,
They
I
were
get
all
it.
the same character.
But we're sure, but you're saying it in his voice of the impression of Indiana Jones.
Either answer would have worked.
I heard you the first time. But you got yourself all set up with Red Fang and also Sword tickets. Hang on one second. Why is little Harry Ford in the news?
84-year-old Harrison Ford is getting back into shape, Nick, because he's coming back as Indiana Jones.
We did it. We're going to kill him on a movie set.
No, it's not not that. No, he's coming back. This was announced at D23 over the weekend, Nick, in a video that he revealed to everyone that Disney World is building a new park ride, Animal Kingdom theme park, where a new ride is going to be Indiana Jones themed, Nick. And so he's going to be a major part of that. So filming some stuff and dropping some lines, obviously. And let's see. The name of the ride is Indiana Jones and the Myth of the Jade Serpent.
Look out. I did see this trailer. Obviously, they're digitally de-aging him as well. It's just going to be it's like a computer-generated kind of thing with him in it so that they can make it more of a Indiana Jones Prime adventure and not the elderly one that we saw running around in the last movie that nobody seemed to like.
Yeah, and this would be really cool. I'll tell you this, Disney World, when I went there way back when I was in high school, Nick, when I graduated, my sister took me out there for my graduation present. Got to go to Universal Studios and Disney World, and I remember if it was Universal Studios, but they had this stunt show, and one of them, it was all based around the Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah.
And it was awesome. It was so much fun to see that live.
Yeah,
so
they do a good job with those stunt shows.
Yeah, these rides and stuff, they're a lot of fun, man. It's not like a roller coaster.
Morning After with Nick and Big J. Well, some would argue the roller coasters are a lot of fun, too. But I hear you. We got ourselves...
Not me.
End of the show is coming up next on the X-Rocks.
Covering the Treasure Valley.
From ashes to new, die for you. Wrapping up the Morning After with Nick and Big J on this Tuesday. Thanks for hanging out with us. You guys selected a movie called Solo Mio that Big J will be checking out on Hulu tonight, and we'll report back on that Kevin James vehicle and let us know if it is worth your time or not. We also had a chance to give away some Skillet tickets today. Reminded you not to take a bunch of pictures swimming with sharks. It could end up in shark bites. And, of course, Big J, we also talked about accents, but it does leave you with the floor.
Yeah, Nick, there's a fight for supremacy for Halloween, and Spirit of Halloween is not in this battle. It's between Home Depot and Lowe's. Home Depot now sells a bunch of holiday decorations. Nick, they've been doing it for a while when it comes to Christmas and Halloween, and they have themselves like a 12-foot tall skeleton that's huge. Well, Lowe's is now offering a giant 15-foot tall animatronic skeleton to dwarf the 12-foot skeleton.
Is the Home Depot one animatronic as well? I thought it was just like inflatable.
Yeah, no, I think it's just.
It is?
I don't think it's inflatable. I think that it's a big.
Oh, it's like a big kind of like bonesy thing.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And Lowe's one is animatronic. How much is it? Does it say?
It does not say here, but I'm going to say probably anywhere from $150 to $300.
Because, Lowe's and Home Depot don't give you small decorations. They're going big or going the F home. And so they're not messing around. Do you have anybody in your vicinity that has one of those giant kind of Halloween
I haven't
decorations?
seen one yet.
Okay.
We've got a couple skeletons out in the front. Not sure who those people are. But
Those are human sized,
yeah,
right?
yeah. They're regular size.
They're not real, are they?
No, they're not real.
Morning
They're
After with
clearly
Nick
plastic.
and Big
One of
J.
them's missing a leg.
That makes it even more
yeah,
real somehow.
yeah. We call them peg leg.
Does it have a peg?
Nope.
That's a bad
Got
nickname.
a plastic part. It's loose.
Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your show. Thanks for hanging out with us. We will see you tomorrow. Jason Drew's up next. It's the X Rocks.